Lamar and Sheri and Tony and Heather, they all came to my house. We were doing some planning and we had a ball. We really did have a lot of
It
fun.
was
Stayed
fun.
up
A lot
much
of fun.
too late. Went out to a couple of really good restaurants. And I noticed, people don't realize that you're a sharp dresser. And you always have been. I mean, I have in my mind, actually, I have in my phone pictures of you and Sheri and me on a jet. And you've got this beautiful silk shirt on. The pants are immaculate. You really are a sharp dresser.
You are. You're a snappy dresser.
Well, here's the trick. The trick is I've got 3 or 4 nice pieces of clothes and a whole bunch of friends, and I just don't go out with the same people. I keep them on a rotation. You got enough people, you don't need too many clothes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There you go. Yeah.
But I do. I like clothes. I do. And sometimes it works out. Sometimes it doesn't. I took the kids to London. It's been a good many years ago. I took them over there to see the Red Hot Chili Peppers for Christmas. And so I took them over there. And so we're going all over London and we're going to these great shops and stuff. And I'm thinking, I need to bring something back from London that nobody's going to have in America,
Yeah.
And London is a place where there's sort of a cutting edge on fashion and whatever. And I'm thinking, I know they've got some jeans here that cannot be bought in America. They're not Wranglers. They're not Levi's. These are sharp jeans. So we go into a really big department store. So we're going up and I go into the men's department. And so I'm looking at some beautiful jeans. They were just very stylish and just, oh my gosh, they were just awesome. So the lady comes over and in that beautiful accent, she asked me, can I help you? I said, yes, ma'am. I said, you can. I said, I would really like to try on a pair of these jeans. And she sort of looked at me and her eyes went from the top down to the bottom and back up. And she goes, I'm so sorry to tell you, we don't have those jeans in sizes that big. And I
wow, that is not very pretty.
And I mean, it's not like I had to turn sideways to get into the place, but right. I mean, this was a very exclusive. And she's like, "No, we don't have anything here to fit you." And I said, "Well, let me take my big fat American ass out of here and go do something else."
Oh my word!
I guess you never heard of chubby huskies. I mean, that's all I can figure. I mean.
I didn't know that there was a store that was a men's store anywhere that only had clothes for really, guys that are like models or something.
Well, I mean,
really?
Abercrombie and Fitch, I'm pretty sure they don't have any pants for me.
An XL at Abercrombie and Fitch is like maybe a size 10.
Really?
I mean, it's yeah.
I haven't been in that store. I haven't been in that store in years and years and years. That store became popular when my kids were teenagers. I went in there with them once. I was just, I guess they've changed, but they had the model kids walking around. One of them had no shirt on. The music I hated. It was dark. I wanted nothing to do with it. I guess it's changed. Are they any different now? Have you been in an Abercrombie and Fitch recently?
Not really. They're about the same. Yeah, they're about the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clothing is good. I mean, clothing is really good.
But now, so there are stores that do not cater to like regular people. They look at you when you come through the door and and I think that it's crappy, but they make a snap judgment. Can this guy afford to shop in here? Does he look like he can fit or wear these clothes? And sometimes, that's why you can't judge by looking at somebody. Like somebody might walk in, they come from the gym or whatever, and they bloody well can afford whatever is in there. But you treat them like they're thieves and you walk out and then you lose the business. Yeah. Did you get the feeling that she was trying to let you down gently, Lamar? Or was she just like, sorry, son?
No, she didn't sugarcoat it. I mean, she had other stuff she needed to do, evidently. But I mean, she was just pretty blunt. She goes, "So we don't have anything in your size." And I said, All righty.
The Bob and Sheri website, the Oddcast, contest info, bobandsheri.com.
Talkie, talk back time. If you have our free app, it's easy. Just tap the little microphone in the bottom center of the screen. And believe it or not, the app will do all the work, which is a thing we usually require of you here at the Bob and Sheri Show. Or you can call us on the phone at 844-52-SHERI. That's 844-52-SHERI.
Hey guys, this is Allison in the Hudson Valley. I just wanted to call and thank Bob because the other day I was in the store after breaking my wrist in a dog velocity gravity accident. It was a lot. Anyway, broken wrist. The thing I've had the hardest time doing, and there are plenty of them, is flossing my teeth. And I thought, okay, well, I really hate them, but I'm going to get those stupid plastic flossers to get me through this because I can't go 6 weeks without flossing my teeth. No. So I kept forgetting to get it. So I'm on my third day forgetting to get it and trying to floss my teeth by just wrapping floss around cabinet handles. And it was very ineffective, but the best I could do. So I was just set to forget it again when I was in the grocery store and listening to your podcast, of course. And I heard Bob say about the lizard. He picks his teeth with a toothpick and gives thanks to the chef. And I remembered my flossers. So you are responsible for improved dental health through this time of hardship. And I want to thank you so much. And thank you all for making me laugh as well.
Well, you are welcome. I can't remember very much about what I was talking about, which I was feeding, kind of normal.
Well, because you blocked it out because you hated it so much. I was talking about feeding Karamia's leopard gecko his live mealworms off the end of the giant leopard gecko tweezers, and how he was just like, he ate like 17 of them. Just, and then he would pause in between eating them and do this weird thing to his leg. And I thought he was injured. And it turned out that, as my daughter explained to me, Mom, he's tending to his reproductive zone, which I think was a very nice euphemism for what he was actually doing.
How did I get to flossing teeth from that particular area?
You said that that lizard was going to sit back and get a toothpick and pick his teeth and then enjoy his day. Yeah.
My compliments to the chef. I don't remember saying that.
There's a really funny tweet that went viral about somebody came into the restaurant where this woman works and enjoyed their meal and said, "Please give my compliments to the chef." And she was like, "Yeah, the chef is Tyler. He's 19 and he's stoned, but will do."
That's great.
All right, I think we have another one.
Yeah, we have another one.
Hey guys, this is Kelsey in Jackson, Tennessee. I was just listening to the part of the podcast where Sheri was talking about her new hiking boots and how Kevin is just groping all over her and thinking she's so hot in her hiking boots. And I just had to laugh out loud because I just had a baby and I'm trying to think of things to keep my husband, interested in me. And I don't know why I never thought of hiking boots. It's just genius. And, I guess I should go in the laundry room and wear my hiking boots because he would just be all over it. I just had a really good laugh this morning on the way to work. So thank you guys so much for the great idea. Definitely going to get like a slinky little black cat suit, my hiking boots, and see what happens. Bye, guys.
Saving people's teeth, saving people's love lives. That's what we do all day here on the Bob and Sheri Show.
It's Bob and Sheri.
Price gouging. When I hear those words, I immediately go back to when I was in my 20s, and there was a period where gas prices just went through the roof for the first time in American history. And there were gas lines and people were running out of gas. And instead of, gas being like 75 cents a gallon, it was $4 a gallon, price gouging. And the government came in and they, put the hammer down on the oil companies, and it was just a terrible mess. Well, it's still going on, and it seems so wrong. I know in America we're a society that is a capitalist society, and it's worked great for us. Whatever you can get for your efforts, you go ahead and get it. You just go ahead and get it. But this seems wrong. My wife is going to a weekend, a parents' weekend for Hampton. And I'm not going to say the name of the college. It's a very nice state college. And it's in a small town. It is not a big city. Well, Parents' Weekend is the same weekend every year, and a lot of parents have really looked ahead, and they've actually booked like a year, 2 years in advance to get a hotel room. So Mary is going to stay with a friend. And she said, I'm just going to check and see. Sometimes people cancel last minute. I'm just going to check and see because the friend's house is not real near. It's actually a relative, is not really near the college. Let me just see if anybody canceled. And I'll be doggone, somebody did cancel. And it was a national chain. Now, normally this hotel room is, I think she said, $108 a night. Because again, it's not in a glamorous area. And this hotel is outside of the town. $108 a night. For that Parents' Weekend, it is $825 a night. And we're not talking the Four Seasons. That just seems so. I know, this is their big chance all year long to make the big bucks. But if you're staying 2 nights, $1,600 to go to Parents' Weekend, it's costing us so much to send them there anyway.
I've never heard of anything like this. And I not only know people that go to Parents' Weekend, I see people talking about Parents' Weekend on social media. I've been to Parents' Weekend myself many times now. I have never heard or seen anything like this.
It evidently occurs more than we think. When I would go to Parents' Weekend, I would just drive round trip because it was a long drive, but not that long. This drive for Mary, you couldn't do it in one day. So, she's going to stay with a relative that's about an hour away. $810 a night. It's not everybody has Beyonce money.
I can't imagine that being like, I would think there had been a glitch in the booking.com app if I saw that. Be like, absolutely not. No, I can't.
You can't get a deal on something like that, I don't think. I mean, like if there's a big event happening in town or something like that, most hotels, there's no discounting. But that seems
gouging.
Crazy.
Yeah. And it's so funny, the difference in what things cost. And I don't know if it's always been that way, but I don't want to say exactly what's going on, but there's something underneath my house that needs to be corrected. I had one guy come over and say, okay, I think you can get, the minimum done, and I think you should do nothing more than the minimum for around $1,600. And I said, okay, well, that's not chump change, but okay, thank you. The next guy came by and said, we really need to do this, this, and this. And I said, okay, and what's the price? And he sent it to me online. It was $34,000.
I'm sorry, 34, like $30,000 plus $4 more thousand.
Plus $4 more $1,000. Now his process of doing it was going to, involve encapsulation of an area. I mean, there was a lot involved. The other one was more rudimentary, but it would get the job done.
If you came to me and said, "Girl, I've been in your crawl space, and you're going to need about $34,000 worth of work," that better include permanently interring the remains of my ex. Okay. And also handing me a small moldy case of pirate treasure that you found while you were there.
Yes.
Absolutely no. What could possibly be happening under my house that would cost $34,000 to repair unless it was the foundation? What could it be?
It wasn't the foundation. And you know what? The guy who was pitching me made one mistake. He had this brochure that showed the company and the history of it. And there was a man and the woman, and they were smiling big. And he said, well, these are the folks from Cincinnati, Ohio, who started the company. I went, oh, okay. Yeah, they just sold it recently, and they've moved along. Well, I know where they moved along to, Palm Springs. And that's why they're smiling.